What is the best time to tell my 32F wife, 32F, I got stabbed? My wife is pregnant, for the first time, and now that she is nearing the due date, she has been having intense mood swings. I've still been required to go into work until 3 days ago. On my last day of work before maternity leave, I had to leave my wife upset. She didn't want me to go into work that day because a few days ago she had a dream where I was hurt at work. This isn't the first time in her pregnancy where she's dreamed of me getting hurt at work, but the dreams aren't completely unfounded. My work is unusual and can be very dangerous at times. But I've never been hurt at work before, so I reminded her of this before heading out. Apparently the pregnancy has given my wife the ability to see into the future, because that day at work I was stabbed in the hip. The stab wasn't too deep and should heal up fine, leaving a small scar, but it was a little scary. I came back home the next day. This isn't unusual because I work at night, and my wife told me she had a dream that I was stabbed, and I think it was a mixture of me being exhausted from the night before and slight fear from my wife's newfound seeing into the future ability that made me decide to say nothing about the stabbing. That was 3 days ago. I had decided it was best to avoid telling my wife about being stabbed. But then I told my sister all this and she was shocked. She said pregnancy hormones should never be a reason for me to be keeping things from my wife. She asked me when I planned on telling her, and I told her I planned to do it a few days after the birth. My sister said something along the lines of, "So you're going to tell her about this when both of you are exhausted instead?" I got mad and basically told her she didn't know anything, she's never been pregnant before, and changed the topic. My wife is anxious, emotional, tired, and constantly uncomfortable from the pregnancy. My main goal is to help her, and I don't see how telling her I got stabbed could ever make her feel better. But my sister insists honesty is always important in marriage, pregnancy hormones or not. I do feel guilty for keeping all this from my wife, but I just really feel now is not the time. I am looking for the opinions of anyone other than my sister and anyone smarter than me. Do I tell my wife now when she's pregnant, or go with the original plan and wait until after the baby comes? Does anyone know the best way to tell your wife you were stabbed and have been keeping it a secret from her? Please help.